Hello, hello. It's morning time over here. I'm going to go over the new Anchor. Okay, so the content query, I'm starting to put in posts. So if we click on it, I'm doing it a little bit differently. Tips for choosing an assisted living facility. Schedule out 7 posts, 1 per day. Okay, what you need to know is find this doc in the Gmail Drive in a new Anchor folder. Okay, so let's go find the new Anchor folder. It will be shared with you. New Anchor, virtual assistant folder. Okay. So what did I call this one? Tips for choosing an assisted living facility. Tips for preparing to move. What are the options? Oh wait, this needs to go back. Tips for choosing an assisted living facility. So up here's the graphic. This is what I took a screenshot of when I typed it into ChatGPT. What are some tips for choosing an assisted living facility? And then it gave me 7 tips. So I copied these tips, right? And then I broke it down into 7 different posts. Tips for choosing an assisted living facility, 1 of 7. Consider the location, and I got the tip in there, and then I've got the website in there. So what I want you to do is copy this tip, come over to the new Anchor page, oh, I see the post there. That looks nice. See page. So then post that tip in there. Now I have Grammarly, so it kind of changes up the words a little bit. Oh wait, no. So sometimes we can just leave the website on there. Let's just post this just to see what it looks like on a very basic level. No button. So on a very basic level, here's what it is with the website. Let me post it without the website. No button. Okay. So you see how it's boring? Well, that's why we want to add in emojis. So let's edit the post. So you kind of know my style by now. I like having 2 emojis up at the top. Have a space. And then like bullet points. I don't really care what bullet points you use. Just something related to the folks. I like plants and stuff. I gotta find them. Let me find some better ones. It's so hard on the computer. There we go. These people got hearts. Choose a location. Let me find a house then. So it says choose a location. So since we're talking about location, I'll put in, like a building. That makes sense. it's such a pain in the butt doing it on this though. Okay, let's find a nice building. Okay, so for each sentence, so this is one sentence. You saw how I made this sentence another bullet point. Do the same thing, put another building. Put the same one, yeah. Alright, so now let's see what this looks like. A little bit nicer, a little bit easier to read, right? I like this 1-7 deal because it'll tell them that there's 7 tips and they'll probably look at the rest of them. I don't necessarily like that in the title though. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. Alright, so now you know I need my locations and I need my feelings. Okay, so checking in, we always want to check in different places, you know, around Tampa, St. Pete. I'm going to make a list in here so you kind of know. So let me go new document. Because the check-ins here will be different from the check-ins. Okay, so we're going to check into Largo, Clearwater, St. Petersburg, Tampa, Brandon, Oldsmar, Riverview, that's pretty good. So just rotate the check-ins. You know, one post Tampa, the next post Largo, then Clearwater, then Brandon, then St. Petersburg. You know, do Florida. Do Tampa Bay. Okay, so Largo. Now see, this is where it gets tricky because you don't see it. Just start typing in Largo, Florida. Let me make a note of that. I see why you wanted me to make the video. It's definitely a lot easier for me to go through this. Okay, so is a new anchor. Now we want to add a feeling. The feeling, I don't need to make a list. You can put anything on there you want. Happy, loved, lovely, excited, crazy, blissful, wonderful, blessed, thankful, in love, grateful, fantastic, cool. You know, it doesn't matter. Something related to the post. We're talking about choosing an assisted living facility. So they're relaxed. They're relaxed because they get a place to choose. Let's see what that looks like. See, now that looks good. I don't know about that. Let me see if I can change that up somehow. What if I did tip 1-7? Ah, that looks so much nicer. Okay. Although I want it lowercase. I hope you like my marketing, by the way. I know you're a marketing gal. I'm very proud of the fact that I feel like I'm pretty good with marketing. I actually like marketing better than doing business. Look at this. This looks nice. You've got 2 hearts on there. I like things aligned that way. We've got 2 bullet points here. I mean, the only thing I'm really missing is a call to action. So, what would my call to action be? Now, I've got a good emojis for that. Call to action always needs to be either the guy yelling, a microphone, and it's hard to find on this Mac, but I got the guy yelling up here somewhere. There we go. Call to action. Okay. So, you know, this is a good point. I'm glad I'm doing it because, I mean, all posts need to have a call to action. Okay, let's see. When you are ready to relocate, contact us at New Anchor. Senior relocation. I don't need that. With one call, we'll manage everything related to your move, as well as preparing your current residence to turn over to the landlord or sell it. I should probably put a number on it. Let's put Chris's number on it. Everything for your move. I'm always trying to have less words, as well as preparing your current residence to the landlord or sell it. Save that. See more. Now that is a good looking post. I would probably, though, have the call to action 2 spaces, so it creates a separation. Well, it didn't separate. That's fine, but this looks really good. So if you look down at the first, you know, who's going to pay attention to this? You look down at this, it creates bullet points. People look for, you know, words that relate to them. So you can kind of see where I started putting these in here. See, that's just too much. Okay. So if we go back to content query, we can see it's to schedule out 7 posts, 1 per day. So the idea is come into the tips for choosing, because I've got them separated 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then posting them out, scheduling them out, schedule them out. Right? Oh, it looks like I already had a couple scheduled, so boom. So just do 1 per day all the way forward. Then if we look on content query, we see I got the same thing. Preparing a move for senior, schedule out 5 topics. The next one, what are the options for senior communities? Well, both of those articles are here. Preparing a move. I did the same thing, preparing a move for senior community, 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5. So these are all different posts. Now, I'm doing a lot of work up front and as far as preparing all these, but you kind of saw how it turned into looking like this, right? So you got to keep in mind, I may not always have all these things put into here, but you know, that's what I'm gonna want you to do. So for instance, tip 1 out of 5. See the restaurant. So you see how I did that? Then I would come down here. I'll put this in there. I'll delete that. But that's something that you can do, right? So you know, I know I'm doing a lot of this up front to show you what my style is, but very soon, you know, I'm gonna kind of just want you to incorporate my style with a little bit of your style as well. You know, this is kind of the call to action, but I don't want to make it too much work up front. So anyway, copying this, coming to the post, scheduling a post, schedule a post. So, you know, schedule for whatever, the next day, wherever you're at. You know, 10 a.m., whatever, that's fine. Pasting the content in, and then coming in here and starting to move things around, putting in your emojis up here, putting in an emoji bullet point here, an emoji bullet point here, and some kind of call to action emoji bullet point here. Right? You're always going to add in a feeling. You're going to check into a place, and then you'll schedule it. That's all she wrote.